cry when you see I'm gone. You know there ain't no woman gonna settle me down. Gotta keep the traveling on, singing. Green, green, it's green, they say, on the far side of the hill. Green, green, I'm going away to where the grass is greener still. Well, there ain't nobody in this whole wide world gonna tell me how to spend my time. I'm just a good loving rambling man saying, buddy, can you spare me a dime? Green, green, it's green, they say, on the far side of the hill. Green, green, I'm going away to where the grass is greener still. Well, I don't care when the sun goes down where I lay my weary head. Green, green valley or rocky road, there I'm gonna make my bed. Green, green, it's green, they say, on the far side of the hill. Green, green, I'm going away to where the grass is greener still. Green, green, it's green, they say, on the far side of the hill. Green, green, I'm going away to where the grass is greener still. To where the grass is greener still. To where the grass is greener still. Welcome to our show. I've lost count of what number this is, so we'll just call it Max and Jenine Bacon at Home in the Ozarks, number 6. I'm not sure that's right, but maybe it is. And we have our good audience back today. In fact, I've got them right here on this thumb drive. We want to do our favorite Canadian song right now called Four Strong Winds. I may go out to Alberta, weather's good there in the fall. Got some friends that I can go to working for. Still, I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more. Four strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all these things that won't change, come what may. But my good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. If I get there before the snow flies and things are going good, you could join me if I'd send you down the fair. But if you wait until it's winter, it would be no good, for that wind sure blows cold way out there. Four strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, all these things that won't change come what may. But my good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I never back this way. Well, we're still staying in, doing what we're supposed to do, what CVC, CVS Pharmacy, what they tell us to do. I guess they've got a vaccine now.
Well, they're working on three of
them that are about to come out, and
that's exciting.
And I guess they prioritize who gets it. The medical people, doctors and nurses, get it first. That's the way it ought to be, because they're really on the front line, and then I guess the first responders, the emergency people, police and fire, and they're next, and then I guess the old people get it, and then after that the rest of us. Let's do it. You know, it's been raining here. You may have heard the thunder and lightning out there. Let's do a song about rain. How about Missouri rain? Rain just the same in Missouri as it does here in old Idaho. Here we go.
Your silent tears are falling on your suitcase filled with clothes. Your trembling lips are telling me we're through. You say you're going far away from me and Idaho, to Missouri where the hurt can't get to you. But that silver bird can hide you from the cloudy things in life. Don't let our lovers quarrel in it all. You can't run away and hide yourself when things don't go just right. Anywhere you are, the tears are sure to fall. 'Cause it rains just the same in Missouri as it does here in old Idaho. You'll cry just the same, and you'll find that it rains in Missouri or wherever you go.
sounds like the couple in that song just weren't hitting it off very good.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, I'm kind of convinced that the further I go along that the key to good relationships is just being kind to one another.
Oh yeah.
You got to say the nice things and
Do things for one another.
yeah. For example, years ago, before I ever met you, this has been a long time ago, I had this blind date with a girl, and we were sitting in a restaurant waiting for our food, and I happened to take my eyeglasses off, and she looked at me and she said, without your glasses on, you're kind of handsome. I looked at her and I said, well, without my eyeglasses, you ain't half bad either. Yeah, I tell you what, let's do a John Denver song. We're going to need to move over to the piano for this. So take your mandol off and let's head on over to the piano.
Okay.
There's a storm across the valley, clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away, whining off his wheels just make it colder. He's an hour away from riding on your prayers up in the sky, and 10 days on the road are barely gone. There's a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove, but it's the light in your eyes that makes him warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. And all the time that I can lay this tired old body down and feel your fingers feather soft upon me, the kisses that I live for, the love that lights my way, happiness that living with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, to spending time with you. It's the little things that make a house a home, like a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove, and the light in your eyes that makes me warm. And hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Well, speaking of relationships, I guess you heard Billy Joe and Betty Sue finally got married.
They've been dating forever and everything.
They have long years, I guess.
Well, what took them so long?
Well, she wouldn't marry him when he was drunk, and he wouldn't marry her when he was sober. That's the third take on that joke. Well, we're going to do a song right now, and we're going to be joined by a couple of good friends. You're not going to see them, you're just going to hear them. Debbie Horton is down in Nashville. She plays great guitar, and our good friend Tom Parker is down in Highlandville, Missouri, and he plays a great frailing banjo. And they're going to join us through the magic of electronics, if they still want to after that joke. But it's a song about an infamous Missouri character by the name of Jesse James. Let's go over and grab your guitar and
Yeah,
let's
I gotta
do
get
this.
my guitar.
Okay, grab that. Jesse James was a man that killed me that man. He robbed that Glendale train, and the people they could say for many miles away. It was robbed by Frank and Jesse James. Poor Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. His children, they were brave. But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard has laid poor Jesse in his grave.
It was on a Saturday night, the moon was shining bright. They robbed that Glendale train, and the people they saved for many miles away.
It was robbed by Frank and Jesse James. Poor Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. His children, they were brave. But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard has laid poor Jesse in his grave.
It was on a Saturday night. Jesse was at home, talking with his family gray. Robert Ford came along like a thief in the night and laid poor Jesse in his grave.
Poor Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. His children, they were brave.
But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard
Has laid poor Jesse in his grave.
It was Robert Ford, that dirty little coward. I wonder how he does feel, for he ate of Jesse's bread and slept in Jesse's bed. Then he laid poor Jesse in his grave. Poor Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life. His children, they were brave. But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard has laid poor Jesse in his grave. Yes, that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard has laid poor Jesse in his grave.
Well, how about our guest musicians? Weren't they great? Yeah, Tom's going to stick around with us on this next song. It's a song that was written as a poem in 1856 by the Reverend Henry Webster. And it was about a broken engagement he had with a girl by the name of Ella Bloxam. And he was heartbroken that she broke off the engagement, and so he wrote this poem. And a few years later it was set to music and became a favorite song during the Civil War by both sides. Both sides sang it in their camps. It's called Lorena. will shine. Well, thanks for helping us on that, Tom, down in Highlandville. You know, you can probably tell that we're getting a little bit, what's the saying they use in the Ozarks, long in the tooth. And
Yeah.
that means you're getting some age on you, and you get thinking about different things when you get up in years. I know she has. In fact, she just kind of blurted out the other day, she said, you know, if I die first, will you remarry? I said, well, you know, we've been married a long time, and I like being married. Yeah, I'd probably get married again. She said, well, if I died first and you remarried, would you, your new wife, would you live right here in our house? I said, well, we've been here for years. I'm comfortable here. Yeah, I'd probably, we'd stay right here. She said, well, would you let your new wife drive my car? And my new Honda, what is it,
CRV.
I was going to say CVS, but that's no.
That's
My CRV. I said, well, yeah, it's just sitting there in the garage. Probably, yeah, she'd probably drive it. She said, well, would your new wife use my golf clubs? I said, oh, no, she won't use your golf clubs. She's left-handed. That'd be a better joke if you were a golfer, wouldn't it? Okay, what do we got? I tell you, let's do a song. I love songs about rivers. And this is about my favorite river song. It's called Mighty Mississippi.
Good river. There you go.
Mighty Mississippi, roll along. Lazy river, sing your song.
And it's a way,
Dixie, steady as you go, on your way down to the Gulf of Mexico.
that old man river keeps on calling me. There ain't no place on earth I'd rather be. Well, it's Greenville, Vicksburg, Natchez down the line, and it's fare thee well, old Memphis, Tennessee.
Mighty Mississippi, roll along. Lazy river, sing your song.
And it's a
Way, Dixie, steady as you go,
on your way down to the Gulf of Mexico. I used to ride aboard that River Queen. Many a game of fortune I have seen. Once I lost $1 million and I won it back again on the way from Baton Rouge to New Orleans.
Mighty Mississippi, roll along. Lazy river, sing your song.
And it's a
Way, Dixie, steady as you go, on your way down to the Gulf of Mexico.
one more time.
Ooh, mighty Mississippi, roll along. Lazy river, sing your song.
And it's a
Way, Dixie, steady as you go, on your way down to the Gulf, my honey,
down to the Gulf, my baby,
down to the Gulf of Mexico. We like to do songs about World War II. I don't have, I was born, 5.5 months, I guess, before we got into the war, and so don't have much recollection of the war itself. And you were born during the war, 1944, I guess, so you wouldn't have any recollection either. I do, I guess my only recollection of the war is my folks huddled around the big console radio listening to the war correspondents tell about the day's events. And I remember Walter Winchell, he'd come on saying something like, "Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. North America and all the ships at sea. Let's go to press." You remember that? You don't remember that? Okay. Well, we want to do a song about the soldiers and sailors going off to war, but they left a message for their significant others. And let's move back over to the piano for this. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. I just got word from a guy who heard from the man next door to me. He saw a girl underneath the tree and it fits you to a T. So don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home. I'm so afraid that the plans we made underneath those moonlit skies will fade away, and you're bound to stray if the stars get in your eyes. So don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Till I come marching home. We're going to do a song right now that is going to require a costume change, and we're going to call on some other guest performers. We'll just call them our others, and let's go outside and do
I
this,
think that'd be good.
and be right back.
Line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go fishing in the crawdad hole, honey. Oh, baby mine. Yonder comes a man with a sack on his back, honey. Yonder comes a man with a sack on his back, babe.
Yonder comes a man
What you gonna do when the hole runs dry, honey? What you gonna do when the hole runs dry, babe? What you gonna do when the hole runs dry? Sit on the bank and watch crawdads die, honey, oh baby mine. What did the duck say to the drake, honey? What did the duck say to the drake, babe? What did the duck say to the drake?
There ain't no crawdads in this lake.
Honey, oh baby mine. Well now, you get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go fishing in the crawdad hole, honey, oh baby mine. Honey, oh baby mine.
Well, that was fun. You know, I kind of enjoy singing outside once in a while. We're going to call our others back in. They've changed clothes, and we're going to conclude this program with an old-time gospel song called Down by the Riverside. Here we go. Gonna lay down my burden way down by the riverside, way down by the riverside, way down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden way down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Well, I ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more. Well, I ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna put on my long white robe way down by the riverside, way down by the riverside, way down by the riverside. Gonna put on my long white robe way down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Well, I ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more. Well, I ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more, ain't gonna study